This is geared towards immigrant parents who are very reluctant to assimilate and adapt a new culture. That's my disclaimer because I'm not talking about all immigrant parents. I understand moving to a new place can be really scary and you want to hold on to what's familiar, and a lot of the times that is your own culture, but sometimes I think it just goes a little too far. So for me, my parents are from the Middle East, and Middle Eastern culture is the very opposite of American culture, and that was very hard on me growing up. I literally felt like I was in a prison and I couldn't express myself. I couldn't have a relationship with my parents that a lot of other kids my age had with theirs. Was never encouraged to do any extracurricular activities because everything was seen as not useful or beneficial to strictly academics. So I find myself now wanting to do those cute little hobbies that I never got the opportunity to do. I don't think a lot of immigrant parents realize how their unwillingness to change and adapt can really set their kids up for failure, because you're being selfish and you're not letting your kid get used to an environment where they can succeed. I went to American schools. I always felt like an outcast because I was just so different and I could never do the things that my classmates were doing. A lot of times too, there is this unfair responsibility placed on the child. So for example, for me, my mom would expect me to read government papers and tell her what it meant, even when I was less than 5th grade, and then was berated for not understanding government papers. I just couldn't understand why my mom would move to the US if she was so stuck on holding on to her Jordanian culture, because even in terms of careers are very influenced depending on where you are in the world. And to my mom, the only acceptable career options were becoming a doctor. And obviously that is not the American mindset, which was super unfair for me growing up because I was always shamed for not wanting to be a doctor. I was being compared to my cousins who grew up with doctors as parents who would sit there and tutor them while we just got berated and held back. Oh, and don't even get me started on the whole marriage stuff. I'm sorry, in my opinion, it just does not make sense to move to another country and then be shocked when your kid either wants to marry somebody who is from that country or who just kind of wants to act a little bit more like that country's culture. It also drove me crazy that my mom never took the time to learn any English to better help her get herself set up for success as well as her kids. When my dad's health problems struck, divorce was always a topic of conversation, but she was just too scared to do it because she didn't do enough research about America and she didn't know what she was signing up for, so she wouldn't have even known how to go about the process. Just moving with no sense of direction.